Evening. Thanks for joining us. Chris will join us in just a few minutes. Drivers in downtown Appleton could soon see some big changes as the city prepares for a massive renovation project at the Transit Center. This afternoon, the Plan Commission gave the green light on a proposal to close a portion of North Oneida Street and an alley on the east side of that building. Jason Zimmerman was at the meeting. He's live in Appleton with details. Jason.
Cammie, these road closures will allow the transit center to expand, providing an indoor space for buses to pick up and drop off passengers on the east and west side of the building. However, there's also concern tonight over $25 million in federal funding that'll make up a big chunk of the cost for this project. As we've been reporting, the renovation will also include a portion of the building dedicated to affordable housing as the city seeks out a private developer to determine the number of potential apartment units. The stretch of road being closed is in between East Washington and East Franklin streets. The timeline for when this might happen depends on the city receiving those federal dollars. The money was awarded prior to the presidential change in Washington, and other municipalities and school districts have since seen grant money frozen. So far, the mayor tells me that's not the case here, but it's still a concern as the city waits to break ground on a new transit center.
There are pieces of this project that really cannot move forward until we have that money in. We have the signed agreement with the federal government on the $25 million. If we don't have that, we don't have a project yet. But again, we have a good degree of confidence that money's going to come in.
The full council will hold a public hearing and vote on the street closures during its September 17th meeting. Previously, the city said construction would start on the transit center sometime in 2026, but tonight, the official start date is very much up in the air. Reporting live in Appleton, Jason Zimmerman, Action 2 News.